after it has been lost in outer space for 57 hours following a mechanical failure, Professor Bernard Quatermass is able to re-establish remote control over the world's first manned space rocket when it swings again near the Earth. He is assisted by Judith Caroon, the mathematician wife of one of the rocket's crew, and his control engineers John Patterson and Marsh. It is brought down in an emergency landing near Wimbledon, and throughout the night a huge crowd waits anxiously for the rocket to cool. When the door is opened, one man emerges, Victor Caroon. He seems dazed and unable to speak. And when the professor and Marsh enter the rocket to look for Dr. Reichenheim and Charles Green, the other members of the crew,
There's no sign of either of them. They're gone. They're gone.
What? What's he talking about?
They're not inside.
But they must be unless they opened the door and got swept away.
Checked all the instruments. That door hasn't been opened until now.
Victor,
Where are the others?
Victor, what's happening?
He doesn't seem able to talk. Oh, he's so cold.
Victor, wake up. Wake up. You've got to answer my question.
Stop
Victor,
that. Leave him alone.
on the way back.
You're back. You're home, Victor. Don't you know me?
Judith.
Oh, but he doesn't. He's so ill.
Yes, shock and exhaustion. Let's get him out of here. Inspector?
No, gospel truth. There isn't a sign. There's nowhere in sight they could possibly be. I don't understand.
Inspector, ambulance, quickly.
All right. No, don't try to get him out of it here. Lift him, give him complete support. That'll be better than a stretcher.
I'm sorry to trouble you, Mr. Caroon.
This man's ill. He can't be interviewed.
He's a national hero, Inspector. Don't you realize that? Picture, Fred. Whatever he's been through, he's the first man in the history of the world to have done it. Tell us. We want to know, too.
That's
What
enough.
was it like?
Support him along there.
No, wait, Caroon.
Cold. Help
Oh,
me.
Victor, take him to the ambulance quickly.
Make way there. Let them through, Sergeant.
You know, that suit they wear, it is like they show in the comic magazines after all. Ah, Professor Quatermass, any statement to make now, sir?
I'm afraid I must confirm that Mr. Green and Dr. Reichenheim are missing.
Any theory about what happened?
I suppose there's no chance at all of their being alive.
Well, I'd prefer not to say. We must find out more details from the base in Australia about the takeoff.
Why? Is there any doubt they were ever in the rocket?
Mr. Green's wife is arriving by comet later today. Dr. Gordon Briscoe, he's been responsible for the fitness and training of the crew in Australia. They may have something to tell us.
But surely you know whether or not the rocket took off with a full crew.
I'm sorry, I've no statement to make.
Well, haven't you kept in touch with the Australian base? Surely if there's a possibility of a mistake as big as
Yes,
that.
what about the distance this thing's supposed to have traveled?
Is there any doubt about that now?
I suppose there's no chance of Reichenheim and Green arriving by comet, too.
What paper do you represent? On behalf of the press, I apologize.
I assure you there will be a statement as soon as possible.
Why not now?
All right, that's enough. If you're agreeable, I should rather like to have a look myself.
Of course. Come along.
All right. Oh, Mitchell. Nobody else passed here.
Very good, sir.
What sort of alibi was he handing out? You know, I've got a good mind to go in there after them.
Now, you heard what the inspector said.
Now, listen, it's not a secret weapon, is it?
Now, look, no good hanging on here, only lose time.
Yes, you'd better get the space hero into print while he is one.
So this is it.
Yes, you can call it snug or abominably cramped, whichever you like. Food supplies, recording apparatus, transmitter, vision monitor, remote control, bunks for the crew. They're strapped down on those during takeoff.
How far did you say it traveled? 384,672 miles.
Find any trace? Been down below, sir? There's nothing. Mr. John Patterson, Inspector, one of the chief members of my staff.
Oh, how do you do, sir?
Inspector?
Where did this lead to?
Well, that's a certain limited access to the propulsion units. For any maintenance during flight, that is.
I see. But no way out.
No, this is the only entrance. If you have more, you add to your pressure problems.
And that's where we get the mystery, Professor. Inspector, you now take a look at this. You must accept our word for it, but this indicates beyond any question that that door remains sealed throughout the entire flight.
What?
Why did you have to leave this to me? I'm afraid that won't mean much to you, Inspector.
The door must have been opened. Whatever this gadget is, couldn't it have gone wrong?
I dare say. As inventors, we're not infallible. Past 2 days have shown us that.
I remember I once saw a film about well, I suppose you'd call this a spaceship. Men opened the door and went out. They were there. But they seem to float.
That's quite correct. In space, nothing has weight, you know.
Yes, and one of them got lost. Could that happen in reality?
Yes, it could.
Oh, by the way, when they went out in the film, they were wearing these, what do you call them?
Pressure suits.
Yes. Well, to get through that door alive, they'd have to use those, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Then why is this here? That door must have been opened. Professor Quatermass, I shall have to report this whole business. I shall have to report it in any case.
Yes.
It would be helpful if we could have one of these suits for examination.
Of course, collect it whenever you like.
Oh, thank you.
Why didn't you want him to know about that door?
That's something I've got to work out.
It hadn't been opened, had it?
John, I want all these instruments dismantling as soon as possible. We've got to find out what went wrong with that transmitter. Then there's a sound recorder. I'll get Marsh to help you. I'm going over to the hospital. Ring if there's anything.
All right, sir.
Whitney made a far better job of that technical waffle than I'd ever have given him credit for.
Not a bad special edition. Finish your tea, James. You surprised me, too, you know, in a different way, of course.
Did I?
I knew it was going to be tricky, but I thought you were going to roast them. Yes, sir. Just on my way now, darling. We've been busy. Yes, you can put the bacon on for breakfast.
Excuse me, James. I find I'm not a cynic, Jacko. I'm troubled when I see an eminently truthful man driven to petty evasions.
This professor, you mean?
Yes. At the end there, he was stalling desperately. And badly. For a moment, he looked ready to recant the whole story.
There. There's no chance of a hoax, is there?
I was there, Jacko. Now, granted he'd been through days of frightful strain, makes history and finds he's lost 2 valued friends all in the same moment. But that doesn't make him tell fibs.
What do you make of it, then?
Something had alarmed him so much he felt he had to hide it. This technical waffle of Whitney's space velocities, synergic curves, mass ratios, all spaceship jargon. Do you get the feel of that?
It's above my head, I know that much.
It's mankind trying to sound certain of itself, Jacko. Because he knows that just beyond the air begins a new wilderness. Pitch dark both day and night. Empty and cold.
You need breakfast as much as I do, so consider yourself invited. Come along, James, the story's written.
Now, I have an idea we haven't started yet, Jacko. Thanks for the offer, though.
Just as you like.
Hello? I want to find out about the Comet Air Service from Australia. Yes, arriving today.
Try, darling. Try to remember. Were they hurt?
Hurt? There was no...
Curious. Each time it's almost an answer, but not quite on. Karoon, listen to me. Did they go outside? Did they go out?
It's... wrong outside.
Was the door opened? Karoon, try to remember.
Open.
What, the door, was it?
Inspector, this must stop. Doctor said no excitement, and look at him.
His hands. No, he can't bear to be touched, as if it were painful.
Extraordinarily cold.
Yes, I know. The doctors talk about shock symptoms, but it's far too extreme.
Please, not in front of a patient.
Oh, I'm sorry, sister, it's my fault. Look, could I have a word with you over here?
Yes, of course.
Oh, Sergeant, stay by him in case he says anything.
All right, sir.
This was the clothing he was wearing inside that outfit.
Dr. Briscoe designed them specially for the experiment. They're made of linked layers of nylon. Each joins onto the next as you put them on. That makes it more wearable under the pressure suit.
But it would be difficult to say removed from a sick person.
Yes, it was.
Yes, of course. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Caroon. But we're investigating this case as one of missing persons. There's an awful lot that's hard to understand at the moment, or to believe. Now, apart from your personal involvement, you are a technical expert on the background. You've been the professor's first assistant for 2 years.
On the mathematical side, yes.
So you'll be more than likely to recognize significant facts, or to give a meaning to anything he manages to say.
I suppose so.
Yes, of course. Look, you'll always reach me at this number. Chief Inspector Lomax, please don't hesitate.
Thank you.
All right, Bess. I hope it's only a temporary condition. Silly advice, but try not to worry too much.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Goodbye.
Can't be.
What is it?
I don't think he took it properly. Perhaps I should see the doctor. I'm afraid you can't come in here.
It's all right, I've seen the doctor. Judith.
I have strict instructions.
I'm sorry.
No one is to be admitted.
It's all right, sister.
I shall have to report this.
How is he? Still this abnormal cold.
Yes, even the heat cradle doesn't seem to help, or the drugs.
Victor.
Victor. Yes.
Quatermass here. Victor, look at me.
All around. All around.
Look at me, Victor.
Sometimes he does see you, and then nothing. And the things he says are almost like delirium.
Victor!
Oh, it's useless. His memory's gone, or his brain must have been damaged, or...
Don't stop.
I can't bear it any longer. I can't bear
That's more than anybody could be expected to bear.
You don't understand.
He's going through the first reaction. It can't last. As soon as you know what he's undergone, the symptoms... it's-
Don't comfort me. All those hours of waiting. The anxiety when the rocket was... I did want him to come back. I did. You've got to believe that. You've got to, but we...
Go on.
We weren't happy. We tried very hard, but somehow he... Oh, never mind. Months ago, before he went to Australia, I'd made up my mind to leave him.
I see. Who is it? May I know?
Gordon.
Briscoe? Might have guessed.
We were going to be quite honest. Tell him as soon as the flight was over. And then when the rocket didn't return, I felt so disloyal. Almost as if I'd caused it to happen. I couldn't bear it. I wanted him to come back more than anything else in the world. And now he's like that. I won't ever leave him.
You'll have to tell Gordon.
I will.
Oh, well, there's not much that I can say.
No.
Poor devil. Going to need you now, if ever he did. Your care.
Do you notice his face?
Yes.
Well, I thought pressure effects didn't last.
Who else has been here?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, 2 men from Scotland Yard.
What did they
Well, they
want?
questioned him and said they were looking into the case.
They did more than that. He's been fingerprinted. A hasty job by the look of it.
Fingerprinted, but they can't suspect it. What are you going to do?
I'm going to get him out of here right away. Sister! Sister!
Hello? British Experimental Rocket Group? The research station? No, is Professor Quatermass back yet? No. No message.
Fingerprint report will be up in half an hour.
Well, I can't see there was much point in it, but it may help.
Well, he didn't object.
We trust that the immeasurable courage and daring by which he has accomplished this mighty feat for his country will be suitably and quickly rewarded. Now, that's the man whose fingerprints we've just been taking.
Yes, sir.
Do you read science fiction best?
No, sir.
Well, we'd better start to catch up on fact. Just look at all this. Every one full of hero worship. You know, whatever comes to light in this business is going to be tricky to handle.
There's a Professor Quatermass here, sir. Got one of your cards, and he's very insistent.
Try him in.
This way, sir.
Inspector Lomax.
Ah, Professor, just the man we want to see. Take a seat. You know, without a certain amount of help from you...
Why are you treating Victor Caroon as a suspect in a criminal case?
Oh, come, Professor. That's rather hard. When the Wimbledon police report, we have to make
If I
inquiries.
can save you any time, this contains particulars of all 3 members of the crew. Charles Green, Ludwig Reichenau, and Victor Caroon. Find it all there. Personal descriptions, medical histories, academic achievements, professional activities, politics, and fingerprints. I am convinced that the only inquiry likely to serve a useful purpose is a scientific one, and I propose to carry that out myself. I've had Caroon transferred from the hospital. Good day.
To your research station?
Subpoena me and I'll answer that.
Just one moment, Professor, if you please. Would you mind taking a look at this? Bess, give us that contraption. We obtained this from the rocket this morning with your permission. It belongs to one of the missing men. It's just as you discovered it last night.
As far as I can see, yeah.
Look, I believe specially designed clothing is worn with it underneath. Now, if it were being removed from a body, I said if, this would go first, followed by the link sections of the inner garment.
Well, you can't just slip out of it, if that's what you mean. Each section has to be...
It's all there in one piece, linked. There must be some fairly simple explanation. I thought perhaps you'd be able to help us, Professor. Can you?
Must have time to consider this.
That shook him.
You know, it's as clear-cut as this. A, he's on a level with Marco Polo and Christopher Columbus, and B, it's some sort of hokum.
How likely is B? You know Quatermass's reputation?
Yes, of course, but what happens when we go to the hospital? Caroon is too ill to be seen or moved. Then detectives see him and he is moved, smuggled out. The whole thing's getting pettier and pettier. Why?
Ask it in print.
Look, I don't want to doubt the story. I just want to know more.
Perhaps it's murder.
It'll be a time to pick by pushing somebody off Mount Everest.
You know, I'd like to bet they won't be met here after all those evasions and excuses this morning.
Then where's the alternative?
Well, you've got to know your way about. And I think I know.
Perhaps he does at that.
You're on time, Professor Quatermass.
What? Oh, you.
James Fullerlove, Daily Gazette.
You'll be waiting here for me. I'm sorry, I've got nothing to say.
Oh, I like to watch the aeroplanes.
Can I go this way? I'm meeting some people off this plane. It's essential I meet them privately.
I am very sorry, sir.
People are looking this way, Professor. 2 old ladies over there, a party of Belgian tourists there. That man who's just bought a newspaper to confirm it really is the famous Professor Quatermass. You can't escape them, Professor. You've done something to their lives.
What are you talking about?
New horizons, of course.
Very nice trip indeed.
There he is. Tell me what happened. In Rome, there were newspapers with silly, ridiculous reports. They were all contradictory.
I told her not to believe anything until she saw you.
There's a room over here,
No,
Gordon.
no, tell me now, please. Charlie. Charlie was gone.
I'm afraid there was some sort of accident. Let me explain on the way.
I don't understand. I want to know.
Not here, please, Mrs.
I want to know.
I'm here to watch the airplanes.
Will passengers on VOAC flight number 24 to Sydney please take leave of their friends?
Well, there's nobody here either. They must have had a plain van planted.
There they are. Come on.
Those 3 men were in the rocket when it took off.
So you got the story.
No.
Well, I admit they're indistinct, sir.
Indistinct, they're a mess.
Well, I didn't botch them, I'm certain of that. Heaven knows I've taken enough fingerprints in my life.
That means the ones in Quatermass's file aren't his. They botched it then.
Yeah, well, that's more likely. Just a minute, though. You see those 2 tented arches?
Yes.
Identical, absolutely.
Yes, but on the other hand, look at the central pocket loops. No. There's no scar there.
Yeah, that's central pocket loop. Well, I must be suffering from eye strain. I thought I'd noticed it in... Now, memory, don't let me down.
Look, those files belong to the other two men. Come on, let's get back to work.
The identical central pocket loop.
What? Yes.
Take it easy, Vic. There's nothing to worry about.
Nothing.
No.
There's nothing.
That blood pressure, it's almost impossibly low. Pulse, temperature, reflexes, all exactly the same.
It's perfectly fit before takeoff.
Oh, strong as a horse.
Possible effects of acceleration pressure. That was the part we always had to guess at.
Well, during testing, he took 17 times the force of gravity without even a headache to show for
When
it.
that rocket went out of control, they may have had to take 30 gravities. If that didn't kill them, it might
No
easily...
temporary changes. They'd pass off him in a few seconds. It's not just his face, you know.
Yes, I suspected that.
I'll show you. Victor, I don't think it'll do him any harm to hear us talking. I doubt if he takes it in. Now, I have a fairly accurate knowledge of the constitution of these three men after hundreds of examinations during testing.
Well?
Well, first of all, and this is the less important, take a look at the skin, anywhere. Here on the shoulder.
Swollen. Coarsened, is that what you mean?
That's the way it would look under a strong magnifying glass. Only there's no glass. Did the doctors at the hospital say anything about that?
No. Far too concerned with the abnormal temperature. Well, go on. What else have you found?
I'd rather not say until I've taken some X-ray plates tomorrow.
Bone structure?
I could be wrong about the length of a limb if there'd been cartilage shrinkage, but not about the shape of the bones. There's been a change. I'm convinced of it.
Change.
All right, Victor.
Changing. Go back.
Easy.
This means something. Victor, what was changing? When was it, Victor? Was it something in the rocket that changed? Oh, Gordon, I don't like this. I've always been secretly afraid that sometimes something would happen that we couldn't deal with.
Well, I'll do everything I can to help.
I don't just mean Caroon.
Come along, let's get this up for you.
What we can be responsible for. You know, 30 years ago, I'd almost decided to devote my life to land surveying in the tropics. That at least would have harmed only myself.
I'll get him something to step up the metabolic rate.
Have you found out anything?
Well, all we know is that it's definitely not due to radiation effect from the atomic propulsor. For the rest, I'll put him under detailed examination as soon as he's gained more strength.
She insists on seeing him tonight. I've done all I can, told her he remembers nothing, but it doesn't make any difference.
Somebody else to be responsible for. Gordon, do you agree to this interview?
Yes.
Right. I'll have a word with her first.
What harm is it going to do?
Mrs. Green? Well, she's nearly crazy with anxiety. Just to see him might be an answer of sorts.
And Victor?
Well, I suppose anything's liable to jog his memory, a word, a face. You can't tell.
He's had several injections in the hospital.
It's all right. I've made a check. He didn't even feel it.
Gordon,
Yes?
I'm staying, you know.
With him? Yes.
There he is, over
I
there.
know.
Remember, don't expect anything.
Victor, it's Mrs. Green.
But he's different. Shh. Well, look at him. His eyes, his expression.
He's a very sick man. Victor, try to remember.
What happened to my husband in the rocket? You must know. His eyes, he understands. Can't he talk? What's the matter with him?
The rock.
Go on, Victor. Go on. Tell me about Charlie and Dr. Reichenheim. What happened to them? Oh, you've got to tell me.
The rocket. All
That's right. You were all inside, and then something went wrong, and you went too far away.
far away. Lou.
Lou! Did you hear that, Lou? Charlie always used to call me that. Didn't like Louisa. They must have talked about me when they were lost out there. He remembers.
Victor, what did he say about Lou? Try and remember what he said. You can only get him started.
Tell me, Victor.
Cold. Cold, Lou.
It's Lou. I'm here.
Stop it.
Oh, what's he trying to
He
say?
can't
What
remember
is-
anything, Mrs. Green. Can't you see? It's only upsetting
I
you.
want to stay.
Sit down, Constable.
Did you...
I've got an idea now, listen. Gordon, that film you brought back of the takeoff.
Oh, yes, I handed that to Marsh.
Marsh is back, is he?
Yes.
Marsh, Quatermass, did you and Patterson locate that... Oh, he's still out there, is he? Now, listen. That film that Dr. Briscoe brought back from Taruma, of the takeoff. Yes. I want that setting up for projection in 3 minutes' time. Is it all right? Right. Judith, take it through to projection room.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try something else.
Isn't it
Please,
supposed to...
please. Gordon, I'll do anything to bring his memory back, anything. Get him wrapped up. I want him to see that picture.
Your shock tactics can't be relied on, you know. You can't help Green and Reich.
I'll take full responsibility.
Bernard, you are afraid of something.
Get him moving.
You've no need to worry, my dear. He'll get well. I know he will. And sooner or later he'll remember everything and tell us all.
You must try to keep calm, Mrs. Green.
You didn't know my husband well, did you, my dear?
I worked with him.
Oh, that's not the same thing. He was a very orthodox man, you know. In books, they like to make scientists absent-minded, untidy people. Charlie was always very particular.
Steady, bring him over here.
Trying to walk by himself.
Careful.
Balance must be
I'm going
affected
to
by
try
being
spring
weightless
again.
all that time in the
Yes.
rocket.
Yes. They're all ready, son. All right, Marsh. Now, Victor, I want you to watch that screen over there. Are you hearing me? Watch that screen and try to remember.
Try to remember.
That's it.
VR-7, 2 hours before takeoff from Taruma. The methane propellant pipe was disconnected under the supervision of Mr. Green.
Charlie, there he is.
The rehearsed routine of checks was completed. Every item connected with the flight was examined according to schedule. Propulsion chamber, control apparatus, food supplies, pressure clothing. I sorted the suits myself, of course. Well, then we took a sort of last-minute record.
Well, this feels a bit pompous, but I just want to say I hope we make it. That's all. And I only wish my wife were coming too.
Dr. Reichenheim was feeling pretty cheerful.
How can anybody look heroic wearing the spare part of a vacuum cleaner? If this lot fizzles out, I hope it's on an island with lots of pretty girls. Na, warum soll man sich denn Sorgen machen? Diese Welt dort in der nächsten.
Speaking German just to tease Victor. He knew he didn't understand. Oh, and here's Victor himself.
Well, this is it. I only hope I'm able to do my sums properly when the time comes. I've got a Union Jack, in case we happen to land on Mars. Just a word with the wife. Bye-bye, darling. Take care of yourself. And I'll do my best to bring you back something, say a meteorite for the mantelpiece. Bye-bye, darling.
And then the takeoff.
Victor?
Victor, do you remember now? You must.
Bring something back.
Oh, why did I say that?
If only I could have gone.
No reaction. Nothing. Sorry, Louisa. I've upset you for nothing.
No. Charlie was there. I was with him.
Come with me, Mrs. Green.
Still the sound recorder in the rocket. We'll try that next.
No, you've no right to go on testing him like this. He's in no state...
What harm is it
whatsoever.
doing? I've got to know, I tell you. I'm so helplessly ignorant here. What am I, Gordon? An ambitious charlatan or... Sorry. That film made me remember at any rate.
Yes.
What What was that last thing Reichenheim said just now?
Oh, my German's not very good. I think it was, Warum soll man sich den Sorgen machen?
Auf dieser Welt.
So he got there.
Oder in der nicht.
I didn't know he spoke German.
Neither did I. Ask him a technical question on the rocket.
How is the gimbal system decontrolled?
Wie kann man das Gimbal-System von der automatischen Schaltung loslösen?
Durch Ausschaltung des automatischen Servomotors von den Schiebeachten.
Through declutching the automatic servo motors from their independent axis.
Complete answer. Ask him his name.
Ihr Name ist...
Dr. Ludwig.
And Inspector Lomax here, sir. Would you come right away?
No further announcement concerning the two men missing from the British rocket vehicle which landed last night on Wimbledon Common. The sole occupant, Victor Caroon, is at present in hospital recovering from shock and exhaustion. It is confirmed...
A little out of date, aren't they, Professor? You'll bring him here?
What can I do for you, Inspector?
Straight to the point. That's what I like. I'm returning those personal files.
Obviously you didn't find what you wanted.
Not what I expected. I take it you knew we fingerprinted Caroon this morning?
Yes.
I'd like to repeat the procedure.
Now, look here.
Officially.
All right. I've just gone to his quarters with Dr. Briscoe.
You found out anything yet?
Nothing that's evidence?
Changed your views about the door?
No.
Well, alive or dead, they went out of it. That much is certain.
Is it? Quatermass. Oh, yes, John. Did you find... Oh. As simple as that, eh? Huh. Hold on, John. Patterson's found the defect in the control apparatus. An electrical fault. Thank you, John. What? What? Where? All right. Yes, I'll be over right away. Marsh! Get Dr. Briscoe quickly. We're going over to the rocket. You better come, sir.
What is it? What did you say?
He's found something.
What?
It was when I was checking the safety casing of the wiring. It's hidden behind here.
Show me.
I'll better ring out straight away, sir.
Can you get at it, Doctor?
What is it?
It's a sort of powder, but it's heavy. And I'd say colloidal. Organic. Is there any more of it?
Yes. I tested different points. That stuff's everywhere, lining the wall behind the gridding. Centrifugal force might have spread it outwards from... Well, from here.
A lot of it?
Yeah. What went on here? What did it do to them?
You'll be able to see the next episode of the Quatermass experiment next Saturday evening at 9:15.